So today is gonna be another sketchbook story time video with Esther, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for the support. I love you all. I stole a book. I remember in middle school when our teacher asked us to buy a novel named Sugar Girl. What an experience to remember. It all started when a lot of stress was following. Don't buy that novel, you are going to be caned severely. So I got home and told my mommy that, Mommy, that's us to buy a book. My mom complained about how the book is too expensive and how she can't afford it. She can't afford to buy the book for us. My dad is someone that does not actually stay at home, so he travels most of the time. So I did not have my dad to go and tell him about the book. So it was only my mom, and she did not have the money to buy it at that time. So when she told me those statements, I cried. I cried bitterly that my mom wasn't going to get me the book, or that she does not have the money to get me the book. Whatever the reason was, all I just knew that not buying that book for me was already a big trouble. So I cried and I could not sleep throughout the night. I started thinking, what can I do? What can I do to help the situation? Because I was not going to let my teacher cane me for a book that I'm meant to buy. So I was just crying and crying and crying. And then a perfect plan came to my brain. What a perfect plan. At least it was perfect to me. The next day in school, man, I was fully ready to execute my plan. The plan was find someone who will buy the Sugar Girl and then take it from the person. I smiled at myself. What a perfect plan. Which means I have to get the book before the person write the name or anything. So fortunately for me, I saw a guy walked in with a new Sugar Girl book, a literature book in his hand. His name was Christian. At least let's call him Christian. So he walked in with that book, and then I was looking at the book as he was bringing it. I was like, wow, what a coincidence. He was not taking the book to his bag. My eyes was following the book. Every movement of the book, my eyes was going with it. As he slipped the book into his bag, I was there looking at the book. Immediately, it was now break time. I was like, okay, now is my chance to execute my plan. It is now or never. Because everybody will leave the class to go and play. Some will play, some will buy food. But most of the time, nobody's always in class once it's break time. So that is when I had the perfect plan. But then again, I was scared that what if I get caught? What's going to happen? But at the other hand, I was like, well, at least I'm not going to get caught. I'm going to make sure that I don't get caught. So as they just rang the bell for break time, everybody left the class. I was the only one remaining in class. I just slipped into Christian's bag, sat very close. Then I was watching with one eye, and then I slipped my hand into his bag and took out the Sugar Girl. That was the treasure. I just raised it up and smiled to myself. I was kind of sad and happy. Sad that, my God, what did I just do? And happy that at least I got the book. So I just went to my seat, put the book in my bag, and left. It was closing time. Everybody was already leaving for their house. I saw the boy to pass beside me. He left to go home too. I hurried home. I rushed home. Immediately I got home, I found a perfect permanent marker that can stick your name perfectly on anything. I then scribbled my name on every damn part of the book. I wrote it in a way that nobody, because the book is still new and boy hasn't written his name, so I scribbled my name on every damn part of the book. Because the following day, our teacher was going to ask for the book. So when it was now the following day, I already saw the boy in school, and I was wondering why is he in school this early. Or maybe I was not wondering, or maybe I was looking. I just waved it and went to sit down in my seat. About a few minutes later, I just saw my teacher walked into my class with Davy's mom tying a wrapper, which signifies that they are actually managing some things in their house too. Then with David on the other hand, crying furiously, crying, and his eyes had become red. I knew what has happened in my mind, but again, the second part of me was still wondering, could it be the book? Our teacher then asked everybody to stand up and take 3 steps away from their seats. Then in my mind, I knew, yes, it was the book. Okay. She then searched and searched and searched and searched and searched, but could not find anything. Because luckily for me, I already scribbled my name on the book. So then she left, assuring Christian's mom. Then she left, assuring Christian's mom that they are going to find the book. because the searching she did that day was very, very thorough. And she was definitely sure that if the book was in the class, there was no way the person could have hid it or something. So I was like, wow, God saved me. At least, maybe God, or I saved myself. Whichever the case may be. Whatever I was as scared as hell, I was still praying in my mind that I should not get caught. About 30 minutes later, my teacher called me into her office. I definitely knew that it was not the book because she did not say anything with me. But as I was leaving, I saw my mom going. Like my mom was just coming out of our teacher's office and then she was going away from the office. So I could not call her because I was in a confused state. I just entered my teacher's office and greeted her. And then she asked me to pick a seat and sit down comfortably. I was already looking at what's happening. Why is all this strange? What's all this strange treatment about? But I just sat down. I was looking at them. She then asked me that I should go and bring my book that was with me. I was like, the book. My heart started racing faster than a Ferrari car. As I got back with the new novel, I was holding my hand. She just collected the novel for me. Saw my name everywhere on the novel. Then she nodded her head. She nodded. How clever. Then she asked me to stand up from where I was sitting down. Man, I was shivering. It was as if I was even urinating on my body. I don't even remember. Then she started asking me question. You saw your mom going out of this place, didn't you? I said, yes, I saw my mom. Okay. What did you think your mom came to do? I said, I don't know, because I was about to ask her when I saw her, but she left faster than. I said, okay now. Then she went to the back of her door. At the back of her door, she has stacks of canes. Then she asked me to pick one of those canes. I was kind of looking confused. Then I knew that, okay, she has already known what has happened. She has already known that this book is not my own. I did not even argue with her. As she asked me to pick a cane, I could not face myself and choose a cane. She just picked out one very thin cane for me, then asked me to lie down flat on the table. As I lie down flat on the table, she gave me 10 strokes of the cane. To my surprise, I did not even cry. I just held to the table tightly because I knew what I did was very wrong, but I did not have any other option. And then she told me that at times in life, you need to be patient because some things might not come when you expect it. You just need to be patient with yourself. As I left the office, I cried. I cried bitterly. Bitterly for two things. The first one, I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. The whole class now knew who the thief was, and the thief was me. Even David, I could not bring myself to face him. I just had to go and apologize to him. David, being a nice boy, did not even have any problem at all. He said he has forgiven me, and we became friends. And then I vowed to myself that I would never do such a thing again. So that is the end of my story. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and see you in the next video. I love you all guys. Bye.